Hey everyone, it's Natasha with Britches Get Stitches. Thanks for stopping by. If you're new, this is a channel about cross stitch primarily. I also do a lot of sewing, like machine sewing, and so there's some of that thrown in as well, some tutorials, yada yada, but primarily about cross stitch. And this video is going to be primarily like straight just cross stitch. So hope you stick around. Anybody coming back? Hey, good to see you. Leave a comment below. I'd love to reconnect and see what's going on, because it's been what, almost 4 weeks now. Life kind of took off with me, so like work got crazy, just diving back into projects and new things coming around, and I'm now like dog sitting for some friends, and Lucy stuff went crazy. We had a bunch of things to do for her, so like I feel like I've been in a whirlwind, and every week I sit down to like film this and it just doesn't happen. So finally getting around to it, and hopefully I can get it uploaded and put together and everything tomorrow for you. And then I'm also then going to film a regular Flosstube update. So you'll see that coming as well. Probably wearing the same outfit because I'm gonna finish filming here and go right into that. Yay! But you're here to see WIPs, and I have a stack of them to show you. I've already laid them all out. There won't be any crinkling, any zipping, any of that. And if I'm looking down, it's because I've got my cross stitch journey Excel down here that I'll be reading off of. So I will go ahead and dive in, and I will be starting with my oldest WIP. And this was a kit that I picked up because I wanted to try some embroidery, and I don't know when I got it, but this is Rainbow Cat by Mini Maker Stitchery, and it's backstitch and satin stitch primarily, and it is tough to get through, man. This was not a try your hand kind of kit, but I'm doing okay at it. So I think like when I started this year, I had like 3 or 4 feathers, leaves, I don't even know what they are, done, and now you can see I'm almost done. So that I'm hoping to finish up this year and get that off the list and done. I'm gonna, excuse me, I'm gonna pull out a chair here so I have somewhere to put all of these so I don't have piles toppling over. My next WIP is another kit because when I first started cross stitching in middle school, high school, I picked up the kits because that's all I knew. And so this one is called It's a Sure Thing by Busilla. Try not to get the light on. There we go. It's a little bit less glare. And this one is a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying the work I'm doing on this. And so when I first started back up with cross stitching, I think I had like only done this and a few parts of this, maybe the red and black stripes. And now I'm a lot farther done. Like this is all filled in. I've got the whole sky done. I've got all of this over here. I've got all of the dirt. I've put all of the lettering in. So that one should come together pretty quickly, I would say. So there's my second oldest and technically oldest cross stitch. Okay. And that one I also don't know when I started it because it was a kit from before I even knew about Flosstube. And then I found out about Flosstube and actually started recording things of like, when did I start? Yada yada. And so from here on, I've got like start dates and stuff for you. And so this is another kit that I had sitting around and finally got around to starting this year. It's from Janlin. It's just a wedding collage here, really pretty. And this one, I just used all of the kit fabric and floss and such, and I started it April 1st, 2023, and that's where I'm at. I've got the lace there that's coming around the border. I'm probably gonna stick with the border because I tend to be a border stitcher because I'm so afraid of miscounting and not getting around to the other side. So I'm probably gonna do the whole border first because that's just how I work. And let's see. Yep, and I'm doing that one for my husband and I. Let's see. The next oldest, I guess technically these three are all started on the same day. I also started this one on April 1st. I said April 1st, right? April 1st. April 1st. This is Dolphin's Domain, and this is the one that I was a little worried about because it's got like the blendings, and so like this middle blue in here, it's 3 of one color and 2 of another, and I was a little overwhelmed on that. Plus a lot of it is half stitch, which I had not done before, and so I was like, well, it's not gonna look that good because it's half. No, I'm wrong. It looks really good, especially with all of that coverage and such. And so that's a dimensions kit. I just use the kit and floss and fabric, and made one of these specifically so that I could do this. The accordion is because I've been working on it this week, and I stitch in hand, especially with Ada. So I have quite a bit done there, and you can see that blending just looks really cool. So this lighter color is 3 strands of teal, and this darker color is 2 strands of teal, 3 strands of like a blue, deep blue green. So it's turning out really cool. I finally got into some of the dolphins too. So this one's gonna stay out, hence my needle still in it. I don't have a lot of needle minders, or at least I don't have a lot of them set up. But this one's gonna stay out because I wanna keep going on this. Plus it's part of the fandom stitching. We're doing a Ringo event this month, and so this is my call for this week. So I've got another day to hopefully get some more of this done. So that's Dolphin's Domain, which is a dimensions kit. The next WIP is also a dimensions kit, and this is the one that I'm like forcing myself to do because I'm a completionist and I can't UFO anything. I just can't. And so what happens at grandma's stays at grandma's. And this is the one that's printed. It has the printed X's. It doesn't actually have the holes and such. Let me set this here. Nah, I won't do that. And so you can see like I'm just following the X's. I'm just not enjoying it, but I don't want to stop. It's like with books, once you start it, you can't stop it. And this one I also started on April 1st. I think I started 3 of them just to like get more WIPs at the time. Yeah, I'll finish it. I mean, it's not that much. It's literally just these X's here. There's nothing up here that needs done. This doesn't need done. Yeah, so I'll work out a plan and get this done and off of the WIP list so that I stop not enjoying it. Is anybody else a completionist? Like I can't throw it away. I can't put it down. I can't not stitch it because I've started it. There were 2 kits that I did not start, and I didn't think I was going to enjoy doing them, and I took them to StitchCon and put them on the freebie table, and that was fine because I hadn't started it yet, but I started this one. So I'm kind of stuck, but I'll finish it because it's cute. It'll look cute. Yeah. So then my next one I started on April 15th, and this is or was a sal that was put on by Pinker and Pumpkin, and they have a blog that they do sals throughout the year. They did an autumn one. I think they've got a summer one going on. There's a little like 4th of July ones going on, but this one is the spring stamp sal, and so this is what it will look like. And I started way late on this, but it was too cute to pass up. And so this is where I'm at. I've got the whole border, a little bit of birds up here I need to do, and then I can just like dive in. But I think I was out of one color, and so I stopped, and I haven't picked it up again because I was out of that color. So I need to double check what colors I'm missing and get a list and go so that I can start working on the one that's almost 2 seasons behind now. But this one is on a 14 count oatmeal colored Ada. I just picked up at Hobby Lobby, I think, or maybe Joann's. I just had it in my stash. So there's that one. And that one is a lot of fun. That border was a ton of fun and such a pretty burgundy color. I've got cat hair everywhere. I had to go through and take one of those rollers on all of my black pieces because Jim and Dwight, their white hair just gets everywhere. And Dwight is shedding like crazy. So, sorry, you probably didn't care about my cats and their shedding. But my next WIP is Ornamental Carpet number 480. And this is by Zephyr Mood. And this is just done on an 18 count white Ada. And this one is, sorry, there's thread in the back. I have my extra thread chilling because I know I'm gonna need it. This is one I wanted to start a monochromatic for Stitch Mayhem. And so this was the first one that I picked up, and it's like a full, you know, you saw this, the start picture, it's like a full carpet style pattern, and I really liked it. And so, whoop. And so I got a little itty bitty start on it. There's that little flower up there in the corner. So, tiny, but it's a start, it's a WIP, so. And that one I started May 1st. Yeah, because we're now getting into the Stitch Mayhem starts that I did. So all of May, I started one project every day in May. It was a lot of fun. It was a little stressful. Some of the pieces, as a result, throughout May didn't have very much started, as you just saw on that first one. But it certainly upped my WIP count, so that was cool. All right, so that was the ornamental carpet. The next one I started on May 2nd. Using, I believe it was the DMC called for, and then there's, it calls for a, I can't think of the name, Cosmo. It calls for a Cosmo color for the, sorry, Biodiversity Matters by Pixie Stitcher. And the lettering calls for a Cosmo color that I couldn't get. And so I just ran over to Keepsakes and picked up a Wildflowers color. I want to say it was called Bejeweled or Jewel or something like that. And I just love how that turned out. It's got like the blues and burgundy. It's green. There's a little bit of yellow in there. I wonder if it'll focus better if I put it on this. Here, let me pull this piece of Wildflower down so you can maybe see that a little bit. Just a really pretty variegation on there that I absolutely loved. So this is my start on that. Again, it is 14 count white Ada that I picked up. Michael's or Joann's, I believe. And that's my start on that one. And then if I flip it over, my start for May 3rd was Dogs Have Owners, Cats Have Servants. And I guess here's the start picture for you. I know I'm gonna forget this multiple times. Okay, and then this is where I'm at, just the little maid lady started in the corner. And this was a pattern by Sharon Lee Holder, and it came out of a Cute Cross Stitch Spring 2014 magazine. Found a bunch of magazines on our Libby site and was able to pull off a few free patterns that were super cute on there. They don't have a lot of cross stitch magazines, but there were a couple, and I did borrow a few designs because they're really cute. On top of that, I also picked up a couple cross stitch books on Libby. One was Whimsical Cross Stitch by Carrie Buziak, and I am doing a lot of projects out of that one. There are some really cute patterns in there. And then also Lit Stitch by Book Riot. Again, super cute patterns. So a lot of these that I started for Stitch Mayhem were from those two books, as well as that 2014 Cute Cross Stitch Spring magazine. So the next one I started was May 4th. It was on May 4th. It was No Talkie Till Coffee. And this is from Whimsical Cross Stitch by Carrie Buziak. This one is stitched on white 14 count Aida. I'm using the DMC called for. Again, I started it as part of Stitch Mayhem, and that's where I'm at. Itty bitty start, but it's getting there. I can say that about every single project. It's getting there. I think that one's cute, and it's gonna go above our coffee bar, which is right there. Got a Keurig and a toaster right there. Oh goodness. Okay, so then the next one I started on May 5th, and it is Cat Silhouette, again from Whimsical Cross Stitch by Carrie Buziak. This is a monochromatic. It is done in 310, and it is on white 14 count Aida, again from Joann's or Michael's, I'm not really sure. And this one, when I started it for Mayhem, I think I had the top border down to like here. So it was there to there, just this top line. And then this one was called as part of the fandom stitching last week. And I was able to put in the rest of this, the moon, and pull down the border a little bit more. So little incremental, times or stitching is getting me forward in it. So I think that one's gonna be super cute. And the next one was a bigger one. I started the Greenhouse of Oddities. Sal, this is where it is now. This is by Lola Crow. I think we're at like the 7th planting. I'm not even done with the frame. But I started this on May 6th, and I'm using a hand-dyed 40 count linen. I dyed it with gray and green RIT dye mixed together. There's a little bit of modeling in there, you can see. I took like a huge piece of like raw 40 count linen and just put it in the pot to dye, and have been snipping off pieces for projects. So I love the color that turned out on this. I am actually, you can't see because the Q-snap's in it, and I'm gonna be working on it later tonight, but the frame, I've got all the way out here in the 310 complete, and then I've got all the way to the end of the dirt way over here, but it's in the Q-snap. So I just need to finish this portion. There's another bird that goes here, and then this portion over here. And then I can start in on the plantings. So hopefully soon, but you never know. So I'm actually gonna put this one over here because I want, that one's gonna come back out after I'm done here. Okay, and that was for the Greenhouse of Oddities style, as well as a Stitch Mayhem start. I also started something on May 7th, the Cranky Cat Sampler by Crafty Yams, and I'm still calling it a WIP, even though if you've watched my previous episodes, you did see that I took all of the Aida that I had like planned out, because I wanted to prep for the week for Mayhem, and so I cut down all of my pieces of fabric to match the patterns, took them downstairs and stitched around the edges, zigzag around the edges to keep them from fraying, and didn't write down which one was for which, and I started the Cranky Cat Sampler on a piece that was too small because it was for another one, and so I had to take everything out of it, and I have yet to restart it. But I did start it, so it's still a WIP. I just don't have anything physically to show you, so it's gonna happen. But that is by Crafty Yams. And I'm just using the DMC called for that on that because I picked it all up. Then on May 8th, I started Ornamental Carpet 439 by Zephyr Mood because yet again, I was on a monochromatic kick. And this is done on another piece of 40 count linen. It's kind of like an oatmeal. I can't keep saying oatmeal on all of this stuff. Just like a cream off-white color with some speckled brown in it. I guess there you go. I really like this. It's just a linen from Walmart, but I like the thread count. I like the feel. It's a lot of fun to stitch on. And this is as far as I've gotten, but I'm in love with that color. So it's 820, DMC 820. And I can't even describe to you how pretty this color is. It is like a deep, rich, but bold navy blue. I don't know. If a navy blue could be vibrant, that's what it is. And I'm not sure it's coming up on camera, but I promise you. Go to my Instagram and take a look for yourself. But it's like a bold, vibrant navy blue. Love that. Love that. And Zephyr Mood's over on Etsy. I've got like 6 of their patterns or so. I need to start a couple other ones because they have a couple of them that I want to put up in my cubicle. Let's see. So that was May 8th. And then May 9th, I can't call this one a WIP anymore because I finished it last night. This is Bigfoot Says Save the Earth by Lola Crow. And like I said, I finished it last night. Focus on that, not on me. And he is so stinking cute. I'm thinking now that I've got this all folded and stuff, maybe I'll make that into a bookmark. But look how teeny tiny he is. Oh my goodness. And that's on a black 14 count Aida. He's so teeny tiny. It's adorable. Like I want to stitch up a bunch of these and then just like leave them everywhere. I'm a nerd. I'm embracing that. That one I started on May 9th, black 14 count Aida, DMC called for. That was part of the Earth Day collaboration that the Stitchers Collective put together. I started a lot of those, including this next one, which is Respect Your Earth by Romy's Creations. And this one I started on May 10th. It is done on an 18 count white Aida. I'm using the DMC called for. And this one I'm doing, I feel like this isn't Aida. I have that down wrong. This is a 28 count linen. Yeah, this is a 28 count and I'm doing it 1/1 because I've never done 1/1 before, and so I wanted to test myself, and it's cute, but it's hard. I'm enjoying it. I just have to double check myself a couple times and be careful where the threads and such are placed so I don't loop through. So it just takes a little bit extra time on this one, but I'm loving the stitch. It's a challenge that I enjoy. And I said that's Romy's Creations. I'm gonna fix that while I'm right here. 28 count white linen, 1/1. Cool. And my next one that I started was also on that 28 count. This is Let the Good Times Be Gin. This is another whimsical cross stitch by Carrie Buziak. And this one I did not have a small start. I couldn't put it down. I really like this one. And this one I did 2/2. So I went back to 2/2 on this one, but check it out. So Let the Be Gin. So I've got to hit Good Times. And this is a little olive. Isn't that cute? I thought that was so adorable. And there's gonna be a little martini glass. So neat. And I'm not a pink person, but I love the red and the pink combo on here. It's really cute. Okay. And the next one that I started was Rainy Day Magic by Flossie Fox Shop. I started that one on the 13th because I finished the one that I started on the 12th. That was the bookmark that I did and fully finished because I gave it to a friend. So on the 13th, I started this Rainy Day Magic, and I didn't have that much done, but it was recently called as part of the fandom weeklies, and I picked it up again and got a few more stitches in on the clouds and this dragon here. It's looking really good, especially on the black. It's black 14 count. DMC called for, and again, this is that blue. This is that 820. Gorgeous. Blue's not my favorite color, but I love how it looks here. Man. And this one was also part of the Showers or Flowers Sal that I started, and I finished Count It All Joy by Cross Stitch Joe for my flowers, and then started this for the showers, and obviously didn't get there. So thank you to everybody who participated. It was fun. Some of you finished a lot more patterns than I did. So way to go. That was the 13th, and then on the 14th, my anniversary, the 14th of May, I started In the Garden Sampler, which is another one out of that cute Cross Stitch Spring 2014 magazine. I really liked the outline, the border, the pastel-y, vibrant colors on this, and so picked it up and went ahead and finished the border because it was so cute. Hi, Dwight. I'm a little busy. No. Sorry, he's trying to jump up here. But I got that border done, and now I'm ready to dive into the middle. So, yay. Buddy, stop. Thank you. I'll see you later. My next one I started on the 15th, and it was The Howling Wolf by Carrie Buziak, Whimsical Cross Stitch. This is another monochromatic that I started for Monochromatic Monday on Stitch Mayhem, and this is where I'm at. It's 310. Yeah, it's a fun stitch. It's about the same size as that Creepy Tree that I finished not too long ago. Yeah, it's a ton of fun. I still wish that I had done more strands of the black, because you can see there, the white, you can see through it. So, I mean, is what it is, but I wish that I had gone a little thicker on that. Next time, you live and learn. So then on the 16th, I started Arctic Friends by Flossie Fox Shop, which was another pattern from the Earth Day collaboration from the Stitchers Collective, and started this one on black 14 count Ada. Take a look at that. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I love it on black. The option where there was like black or blue or white or whatnot, I love it on black. Black is a little difficult to see and stitch with, but I think the effect is really cool. I've got a couple other patterns that I want to start this week on black. So, and I'm using the DMC called for on this one as well. Yeah. Next up, I finished the one on the 17th as well. I think actually that was the Creepy Tree one. Or I have them mixed up, but either way, I finished the one that I started on the 17th. So then on the 18th, I started Books and Coffee, which is from the book that's from Lit Stitch by Book Riot, is the book that I picked up at the library. And if you know me, you know I love books, you know I love coffee. This is my little itty bitty start on it, just the top of the cup and the little and for the steam coming off of it. So it's gonna look cute. I had to go and find the browns. I only had one brown. So now I think I've got every color I need, so I'll get a little bit further on this one. So A lot of these are small WIPs because of the Mayhem starts and such, but I'm planning to get a little bit farther on them. I mean, obviously I'm gonna keep stitching them. So the next one up was, I started it on May 19th. It's the Frosted Pumpkin Cottage by the Witchy Stitcher. And this one is one of those 40 count linens from Walmart. I took that and I dyed it. Let me put it over the entire board so it doesn't fall. So I just dyed it gray with the RIT dye, and I love how the fabric turned out. Take a look at that. Isn't that so cool? I want to do it again. The same color, same linen, everything. But there's my little start. I got just a little bit of the eaves on there, the black and green going on in there, but oh, I love this linen. I could stare at it all day. I was proud of this one, for sure. So there's my start on that. And next up on May 20th, this was a combo start. So not only did I start it as part of Stitch Mayhem, but I also started it because I'm part of the Snarky and Modern Facebook group, and they have a mini art sale that they're doing all year long, and you had to purchase the pattern pack from the, well, you didn't have to, they're offering it on their Facebook page, but if you purchase the pattern pack from the Stitch Patterns, you get like 1,000 patterns. You get all of their patterns, including all of these art ones and such. And so I did, and I, in May, started the May call for the mini art sale, which was Starry Night. Again, Starry Night by Stitch Patterns. And I was actually first attracted to all of these little mini art ones by StemX Stitch Nicole, and she does them, or does them on her bus route. And I just love how tiny and cute they are. And so this was, is that right? No. Grass on the bottom. This is my start on Starry Night. A little bit of progress there. I need to pick it back up and make a little bit more, but as you can see, I've got a lot going. So one of these days. Okay. That was on white 14 count Ada with the DMC called for. If I forget, I apologize. Feel free to ask me if you're curious. My next start was Little Band Sampler by Susan Akey. I hope I'm saying that right, with the Fat Quarter Shop. I wanted another like sampler style pattern for the Stitch Mayhem, and a lot of the samplers I've been doing were the alphabet, and this one I wanted one that was less focused on that, and so I picked that up. And here's my little itty bitty start on it. Making sure I'm still in the frame. My head's just gonna pop in and out. And yeah, it's done on, let's see, 14 count Ada, DMC called for. This was a small start, again, because of Mayhem. It was a Sunday, sampler Sunday, and Sundays are busy days for us, hence why I'm filming on Saturday. And then hopefully I'll get to edit on Sunday, although I might have to do it early tomorrow morning because I've got girls' night tomorrow night. And that I'm not missing. Okay, anyway, so then my next one was, I started, let's see, that one, did I say I started that little band sampler on the 21st, because Starry Night was on the 20th, and so then the 22nd, I started Red Work. This is another Carrie Busiek whimsical cross stitch pattern. This one is done in the color 666, so DMC called for. 14 count Ada, and that is so much fun. So I've not really done black work or red work or whatever at all, but this is so stinking cool. The way it just, I don't know, comes together. Isn't that cool? Maybe it's just me. A lot of people have been sharing their black work that they've been doing for, so I'm part of the Hobbits group on the Fandom Stitching Central on Facebook, and there are some people in there that are, wow, amazing professionals, like way above my level, and I love looking at all of their patterns and their progress and such. So yeah, that's cute. Next up, on the 23rd of May, I started Mushroom Food by Noctiflora Designs, and this was also part of the Earth Day collaboration. I once again used that green hand-dyed 40 count Ada that I got. I've got just the stem started on this pattern. You can even see it way back there. Is there a start? Is there a start? Can you tell? I don't know. Is there? Yep. This one's a lot of fun too. I mean, anything on this linen is fun. I love this linen. Definitely a linen stitcher, but if you've been watching a while, you know that. So yeah. And if you don't know Noctiflora Designs, they are doing a Horror Flies Sal coming up. I feel like it's already released on their Etsy, like the frame or something. Check it out because it is awesome. It looks so cool. I really want to get in on it, but there are budgetary constraints. So eventually I will get it, but if you have the ability and time, do that. Next, on May 24th, I started Start Each Day with a Grateful Heart by Emma Congdon. Excuse me while I pull off some threads. There we go. I don't know if I have this right set up or upside down, but this is my little start on it. So not much, just the pink, but I really love all Emma Congdon's designs. I believe she's Stitchrovia on Instagram. If I'm wrong, I'll put that below, but addicted to all of her designs. And so I got this one from the Cross Stitch for the Soul book, I believe is what it was. And that is also what the next one is from. My next pattern is When Life Gives You Lemons, Make Lemonade. Here's the pattern, and I did this on this one and the previous one on the white 14 count Ada with the DMC called for. And there's my little bitty start on that. I love that green. That's such a pretty green. Ugh, I like everything bright. Give me bright colors all day, every day. Love it, love it, love it. Some of these I obviously did not get around to stitching edges, so I still need to do that. Let's see, and that was on the 25th. And then because I'm a little bit of an overachiever, on the 25th, I also started Robin by Carolyn Manning as part of the Manning May Sal. And when I say overachiever, I mean like a little bit of an overachiever. Like I wanted to start it to say that I had started it, but in all honesty, that's all I got done. But I really liked the browns in this one. I liked the fall feel of it. So I'll keep going on it. Yeah. Maybe pull it back out soon. I'm gonna say that about everything. I'm not going to, but I'm gonna tell you that I want to, because that's the truth. Let's see, the next one I started, so it's over there in timeout. I started the Halloween Sal by Witch's Garden Crafts on May 26th, and I stitched the wrong color. It made me really mad until I was talking to Michelle, the Chinook Crafter, and she said that she was gonna be starting it soon. I was like, okay, well then I'll just restart mine. And so I have 2 pieces of this purple fabric that I dyed, the 40 count linen, again from Walmart. I dyed it purple and then I threw on like blues and grays and stuff. And so I have 2 pieces of that. So I picked up one, I was like, I'll start it on this because that'll look great. So I need to restart that one still. But it's still in my WIP list because I technically started it. And then on the 27th of May, I started the Bluey Sal, which was part of the Snarky and Modern Facebook group. There's actually two. The first one is completely out. Everything's good for you to pull together and stitch, and that's the one I'm doing. But they just, I say just, it was probably like a couple months ago, released a second frame. So they're doing a whole nother Sal. So I'm doing the first one, and then I'll be doing the second one. And I don't have much of a start at all. I don't even have the frame done. Like I went down the middle and over a little bit. So, but you know me and my frames, I need to get the frame done. So this will be nice because it's like a good travel pattern. I can take this with me and just stitch without thinking, without really having to count much. So yay, hopefully soon I'll get back on that one. Then on the 28th, I started Springtime Blossom Samplers, which is by Stitches Through the Years over on Etsy. So many good patterns there. If you're just hanging out over on Etsy, just pop over to Stitches Through the Years and look at their samplers and stuff. So pretty. Oh my gosh, so gorgeous. And this is my little itty bitty start. Again, this is on that cream colored 40 count linen from Walmart, and I love the colors. I love that like muted pink with like super pastel yellow going on there. That's pretty. So I enjoy stitching on this linen. I really do. So I'll be pulling that back out. I mean, that's why I finished the Count It All Joy with Cross Stitch Joe so quickly, is just because I love that linen. So fun. Okay, the next one that I started was from the Lit Stitch book by Book Riot, and I started that one on the 29th. It's called Do You Even Read, Bro? Sorry, it's like a little bit of the chart because there isn't like a picture in the book. It's just you open it and there's the chart. So this is progress made on that one, and I had decided that I'm gonna do these letters in black, the arms in black, and then bro with the question mark. That's gonna be black, but it's gonna be outlined in a different color. I'm still debating. I think I've gone away from the orange. I don't want it to look like Halloween, but I'm debating between like blue or green. Maybe I will message the person that this is for and ask her what her favorite color is. And maybe I'll do that one. Of course, if she says black, really? She doesn't know I'm making it for her, so we'll see. Anyway, next one I started was another of the art patterns from the Stitch Patterns. Not part of the mini art style, it's just another one that I started as part of Mayhem because I needed another small start, and I really liked this one. Did I say it's called The Writing Lesson? If I haven't shown the picture, there it is. And then this is my start. And the markings on a few of them that you've seen, I did with my friction pen, so that'll just go away when I iron it. I just put those on there to help me get started, make sure I had enough room. And yeah, I had to pick up a few colors on this one, which is why I'm not as far as I could be. But there's that one. And let's see, the Read Bro, Writing Lesson, both on 14 count white Ada, as is this next one. Sorry, my Hobbit group is going crazy at fandom stitching. So this next one is the Creation of Adam, which was the June pattern. We get the pattern like around the 21st of every month. We get told what the new pattern is. And so this one was the Creation of Adam. I started the Writing Lesson and the Creation of Adam on May 30th. And this is where I'm at on that one. I had to, again, go pick up a few colors, and so now I'm back on track with it. I think I'm gonna aim to finish this one and the Writing Lesson maybe in the next month. That would be cool. Okay. Then on the 31st, my final start of Stitch Mayhem was by Emma Congdon, and it is called, I call it Going Slowly. It's, I know I've got it. Yep, right here. Be not afraid of going slowly. Be afraid only of standing still, which I think is just such a good sentiment. I don't have much of a start at all. And in fact, here's one of those, if I take it way, way, way out here, nope, I didn't start it at all. Yeah, I did. Oh, it's a pretty pink, but I need to get a little bit more progress on that one. So white 14 count Ada, DMC called for. I like the saying. Simple as that. Then we get into June, and June 1st, I finally started the spring salt boxes by Plum Street Samplers, and I am doing just this one this year. I'll do this one next year. I'm turning it into a 2-year sal. It's part of the salt box solstice sals that Lauren and New Hampshire Stitcher started, and I've decided I'm doing both of them, but I'm doing them this year and then next year. I'm getting ready to start the summer one, but I really want to finish the spring one first. We'll see how it goes. And I put it back in the Q-snap today because I took it to dance with Lucy so that I could work on the board a little bit. Literally all I have is a little bit on the stars, back stitching, and the border. So, I mean, I'm close. I just gotta dig in and get it done, because 40 count Ada or 40 count linen is no joke. It's a lot of stitches. So that one was, that 40 count napkin that I got from Walmart. I took it and I coffee dyed it. And that one was a coffee dye that I did from Brewed Coffee. There's another one that I'm getting ready to start, the Treasure Island one from Al Forest, that is, I used instant coffee and then put it in the oven. So it's like total different looks, but really cool. And so the next one I started was on June 10th. Whoops, I just dropped a pattern, or a piece of, I'll get it in a second. This one is Welcome to the North Pole, Primrose Cottage, and they're doing the sal where it's June, July, August, September, October, November, breaking that up, and I am still on June. Go figure. But I at least have the arch done. Well, primarily, I still need to finish the white, but then I'll have the arch done. So a little bit to go on that, and that one is done on a 28 count oatmeal Ada. And that one hangs out in this bag. This is like the only one that has an actual project bag in this cute little cat bag that Laura, Stitch to My Lou over at Instagram. She was at my table at StitchCon, and she gave me that bag because she was getting ready to put it on the freebie table, and I was like, I would love that. Give me a second because I kicked a pattern off the table. Okay, I'm back. So this next start was on June 18th. And this is on black 16 count Ada. This is, and I'm gonna try to figure out if I'm doing this the correct way while I tell you what it is. This is the Victorian Morning Tree by Night Spirit Studios, and I started this as part of Stitch for Sage in support of them with their cancer battle. And this is as far as I am. And I'm not sure if I'm holding it correctly. It might be. I don't know. I just really like the coloring on that, and I love this pattern. It really called to me, so got that one started. And then on July 1st, I started a pattern that I had sitting in the back for a while, ready to start. I I'm stitching this for a friend. It's Meet Me at Midnight by Frizzy Lizzy Stitches, and I put this on, sorry, like it was in the Q-snap not that long ago, so like earlier today. This is on a purple 40 count linen that I dyed, pardon me, hiccup there, using the called for, but as you can see, the called for fabric was a lot lighter, and so it gives a different effect. It's still really cool. Like you can still read it and stuff in person, and I really like the contrast, but it's definitely a different feel than the picture, I think. But this is for a friend. It's a quick stitch. It's going really well. I'm probably gonna finish it soon, and then I'll make it into a bag to give to her. So, yeah, that's everything. Wow, 50 minutes. I didn't even count. So I don't know, maybe at the end I'll put a count of how many there are. I guess I could just sort it here, but I will put that in. If you're curious about any of the patterns I showed, want to stitch them with me, want to tell me your experience with any of them, I'd love to hear from you. So drop a line below, and yeah, let's chat. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this off and then go film my next Flosstube so I can get that up for my progress. And I will see y'all later. So thanks for hanging out. Have a good one.